And right now it's time to bring in Pat Pagano. Good morning, Pat.
And good morning, and how are you?
Okay, we've got some showers here this morning and 39 degrees to start us off.
Yeah, not too shabby, huh?
Yeah, yeah, I can live with it. I can live with it.
Yeah, well, you have no choice.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, and again, considering what they're getting out west, this is nothing, absolutely nothing. And we'll just wind up with, again, some showers mixed with wet snow, 40 degrees, and then it will fall very slowly today. We'll be in the low 30s, partly cloudy tonight. Low 40s, partly cloudy Saturday. Sunny, 40 Sunday. Clouds, some sun, about 40 on Monday. Still not sure if that system to our south on Monday will affect us. If it does, it would be in the form of some very, very light snow, probably again mixing with a little bit of light rain, so it doesn't look major. The ingredients are there, folks, for a much more significant storm or stormy pattern for the East Coast by the end of next week. This time next week into the weekend. How it plays out, God only knows, but it will be, again, part of the California storm, and it should be significant. By that I mean, whatever we get will be a lot of. Now, it could actually start as snow, go to rain, and then back to snow. So that can make it a very difficult situation. Or it may briefly begin to snow, go to rain, and then mix with and change back to snow at the tail end. But whatever it does, it looks to me like it's going to be a long duration event, which means it'll probably begin sometime next Friday and last until Sunday. So we'll be watching that
So
as we get together again Monday.
yeah, you're finally going to have to work hard for us here next week.
Yeah, yeah.
No more taking it easy with the Northeast.
No, absolutely, absolutely. But again, I don't have to worry about that until late next week. So I could continue to undecorate. Two of the three villages are down and packed and put away. Those are those houses. The big one that's on top of the wall unit upstairs, that yet has to be done. The tree is still standing beautifully and smells absolutely beautiful. And the only thing left now on the tree is the lights. So I'll take the lights off today, and tomorrow I will toss the tree, even though I can tell you right now, it looks like in the same exact condition that I bought it 4 weeks ago.
And you've obviously kept it very, very moist.
Too moist. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, yeah.
When I was taking the village out from underneath it the day before yesterday,
It looked like they had a flood.
I said, "Oh my goodness, this is all wet." And I had this thing that I bought. It's like this long plastic tube that goes. You stick it into the well, and then it's got a cup at the end of it that's hidden, by the branches of the tree, and you water it from being standing up.
Yeah.
And I would gauge, the cup. When I saw the water going down real quick, I'm saying, well, it's taking water. And then when I would see that the water would go down slower, I would stop and say, well, it's probably filled up, because I couldn't see the reservoir of the stand because all the houses were in front of it.
Yeah.
Thing overflowed God knows how many times. Everything underneath there was soaking wet. In fact, thank God, none of it touched the electrical wires down there, all the strips, electrical strips and everything like that. But everything is soaking wet. And I was smart enough, before I put the tree up, to put a thick piece of plastic over the floor and then the tree on top of that.
So your Christmas houses under the tree had a bomb cyclone.
They had a bomb cyclone today. So next year I'll have to think of something else to do aside from that, because that didn't work.
You'll have to get them flood insurance next year.
Yeah, really. So that was the story there. Now, whatever is left in the reservoir, because I didn't water it yesterday, and it's going down, and I'm not throwing it out till tomorrow. So whatever left, I'll just use one of those suction things and just suck out the water.
Yeah.
And and then throw the tree out. So that's that. It went very quickly. I don't know about you, but to me it was like yesterday that we set everything up, and now everything's coming down.
Yeah, no, it's that way. Now, in regard to our conversation about the bomb cyclones out in California, I searched and searched and searched and found one TV station, KTLA, out there.
Yeah.
Did a story on it. Yeah, they expect by the time everything finishes to have anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of rain in many areas in Southern California, and the mountains are going to get heavy snowfall. Is it going to help the drought situation? Yes, depending upon really how much of it falls and how quickly the rain precipitation falls. The snow, the heavy snow, will help out later on.
Right.
But they don't want to overestimate how it'll help. The entire state has received above average rainfall in December of last year. But then January through March was the driest on record. And now, once again, in December of this year, they're receiving, once again, a heavy rainfall. So we'll see what happens. Yes, it's going to help. Is it going to help a lot? That they won't be able to tell to see what happens over the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
But that's only one station. I'm amazed at that. You would think that stations in California, it would be all over the place. You'd think it would show up on national news.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
No, all that showed up on national news was the poor Republicans voting time and time again.
And they can't find a speaker.
Yeah, well, they'll eventually do it. But, I mean, how much gavel-to-gavel coverage do you need when the same thing happens over and over and over and over?
Yeah, really.
I mean, come on. I mean, I really care who becomes the Speaker of the House?
The House, no.
Because it's so close between the Democrats and the Republicans. Same thing in the Senate that there's nothing to worry about there. But this is just absolutely ludicrous. Where 20 people can hold up our government, because right now nothing happens in Congress. Nothing.
Right.
Because they haven't gone back into session. So people beginning next week won't receive paychecks who work in Congress. The staffs won't receive paychecks. The offices in local cities and towns will close. So people will have nothing's going on. It's just incredibly dangerous. What happens if a big storm hits and you have to get federal money in there quickly? Congress can't act because they're not in session. It's nuts that 20 people can hold up the U.S. government, hold them hostage. That's how divided this country's gotten, Pat. It's not even divided between Republicans and Democrats and conservatives and liberals. It's divided amongst people of their own parties. Same thing.
Yeah, the whole thing is just crazy. Yeah. I mean, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but here are some very well-known politicians that have been lying through their teeth, and they're still walking around.
And all this is happening on what anniversary today? The anniversary of the Capitol being overrun.
Right, January 6th, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Well, what the heck?
Really.
What the
Okay,
heck?
so basically, again, Marshall, showers mixed with wet snow today, near 40. Low 30s tonight, partly cloudy Saturday, low 40s, near 40. Sunny Sunday, and a little bit of sun at around 40 on Monday.
And keep our eyebrows raised for the possibility of next week, the end of next week, a long duration storm, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Yep.
I want you to have a good weekend.
Do the same, and I'll see you Monday.
All right, Pat. Take care.
Bye-bye, Marshall.
Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast here on the Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio.